Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to your weekly tarot reads with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. So for those of you that are long time subbies, that are my ride or dies, my Radiant Nation, you know I used to do these. I did these for a very long time and then stopped to have a break and a hiatus, and many people were very upset by that fact. You know, if anything, it was very endearing for me to know that I was so missed and that I helped so many of you get your housework done. Not sure how I feel about that, but you know, anyway, so this is just a little reintroduction. So if you are, that's for those of you that already know who I am. For those of you that are new subbies, for those of you that are new to the channel, I am Raphael. I am a tarot reader who uses astrology, numerology, and energy work. That is kind of like my whole sort of mix of tricks, tips, tools of my trade, let's say. You know, I like to think that I've developed a pretty natural and unique style of the way that I do things. So I will, for the time being anyway, be offering you weekly readings again, along with a whole bunch of other amazing goodies that I have to come. For those of you that are already a part of the Radiant Nation, you know I love you for it. Thank you for your time and your patience, and thank you for allowing me to take a break from doing something that I love but had been doing for a very long time and needed a little bit of a break from. So with that said, now that you know who I am and what I do, you can get a personal reading from me. You'll always be able to find all of that stuff in the description. With that said, stay tuned and we will get into your personal reading. Hi Aries, welcome to your first weekly tarot spread in a minute. If you are a sun, moon or rising sign Aries, this is for you. I always advise that you use your own discernment. Take what works for you, leave what doesn't. I'm going to give you the messages either way. All right. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's get into it. For your key to the week, the overarching energy, trend or theme for this week, my dear Aries, you have the Justice card. I mean, it's a really interesting card for you guys to have, especially because we're coming up to eclipse season, right? And the eclipses are now bouncing back and forth between you and Libra. As a key to the week card, this does suggest that there are potentially new contracts that are shaping up for a lot of you, but it also suggests that this is going to be a week where the balancing of the scales really does take place. So this is very likely for a lot of you going to be where you are not righting a wrong, but it's like you're making a commitment of some sort. For a lot of you, this could be a contract of some sort where you're signing on the dotted line. Because it is the Justice card, I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that is legally binding. Remember that Mercury is newly direct at this point, as you know, Venus is finally fully direct. She's not out of shadow yet, but you know, Venus is direct. Mercury is now finally direct as well, I believe. So at the time of recording this, not quite, but for the week that I'm looking into, Mercury is direct. So you kind of have the go ahead again, because you're still in the shadow period. You just want to, you know, make a little bit more extra effort to double check things over. So for your actions and options for this week ahead, you have the 10 of Cups. This is beautiful. So your actions are very much geared towards getting the most out of what you're working on, but also this is about you really sharing from the depths of who you are. And it's like whatever you are doing, aligning with, committing to, you're doing so in the understanding the faith and the spirit that it's not just for you. This is about you going beyond yourself and saying, okay, you know, usually I won't only think of myself here, but actually I'm going to make more of this. And you know, it's like the goodness in your life that is absolutely showing up for you. You are sharing that with the people that you love and care for most. What I find really interesting about this as well is it does suggest, because this is your actions, it's about what you do. Something that you are pushing ahead with or working towards is absolutely coming up trumps for you, which is fantastic. So for your communications and conversations, you have the Six of Cups. So what do we see here? Straight away, we've got two Cups cards. This does suggest that this is likely to be quite an emotional week for you. It looks like for a lot of you, there's some kind of reconciliation going on here. So if you've had a problem or an issue with a family member, maybe there's been fallouts or arguments of some sort, it does suggest that you are reconnecting with somebody from your past, but likely to be in like a familial tie. So if you've had problems with siblings, with parents, grandparents, etc., this could be the mending of a rift, and that could be wonderful. Because it's the Six of Cups as well, the communication is very much geared towards nostalgia. So there's a lot of things that you're kind of reminiscing about and going over. I actually really love this. I really do. Now, in terms of your communications and your conversations, what we're looking at here is your work as well, your professional sphere. So for those of you that are working and out there in the world doing that, this could be that you forge an ally or a link with someone, potentially somebody that you've either fallen out with, or maybe somebody that you never really got on with because you never cared to get to know. This could be where you start to make connections and you start really racking up allies over this week. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is new business that finds you, that enhances your earning potential, but you're doing this potentially through either old clients or people that you once worked with or alongside. It's like you're bringing old connections back in some way, because the Six of Cups is very much a card of the past. So love this for you. And for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this could literally be you. It's like maybe this is the return to school, right? So this could be the return to school, the return to college, return to uni, and it's like you're hitting the ground running. You go back in where you were. It's for you guys, it kind of looks like you haven't missed a beat and you are fully sort of aligned with where you're going now. It's like, yes, I had the summer to kick back and relax, but I'm going back in with the knowledge that I gained. It's like you're ready for year two and you're going in strong. So I love that. Finally, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, this could be a time where you are really attending to your own emotional needs and really finding ways to share all of the goodness that is permeating your life. For your love and relations, you have the King of Pentacles. So, I mean, it's an interesting card for those of you that are single, and for love in general, love takes on a much more solid kind of outlook, right? There's something about your relationship sector that is being cemented over the course of this week. It gives you some kind of solid footing or grounding. So for those of you that are single and looking, this could be that you connect with an earth sign person, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. It's likely that this person is going to be very different from you, but they're going to be a steadying force in your life. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, I really love this actually for mending some kind of emotional rift. If there's been a challenge between you, maybe you've been on the outs, maybe you haven't been able to get back to some kind of even keel, this is where it really comes back to what it's supposed to be, and it starts to become a lot more fruitful. And then finally, for your money and materials, you have the Two of Pentacles. So when it comes to your finances, this week it looks like you're paying close attention to your budgets. Maybe you're looking at where your money is going, what money you need. It looks like a lot of you are making much better financial decisions this week as well. And then you've got this Two of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. That's a boost to the finances that comes in that you don't expect. And it looks like you're sharing it with others, or at least one significant other. For some of you, it could literally be that your significant other is having a financial boost of some sort. And then with the Six of Cups, it's almost like you're gaining money from an old source of income. Now, your money and materials is also your physical health and vitality. When it comes to the body, it does look like you're getting back to some kind of workout regime or some way of, maybe healthy eating, etc. And then when it comes to your home and environment, the Two of Pentacles, especially because it's opposite the King of Pentacles, there's a sense here that you really are getting back to looking after the home. So maybe it's been in disrepair and you've been so busy that you just haven't been able to. Maybe you haven't had the money to start making the repairs to your home, etc. Well, this week all of that changes and you get back to it. Now, what do we see as an outside motif? You've got Two Cups cards, you've got Two Pentacles cards. So these are complementary elements, right? Pentacles is earth, Cups is water. So this is about your emotions and your practical considerations in life lining up. And it's also about fruitful endeavors. This is growth on the emotional level that leads to growth on the external material level. So I love this. I love to see it like this as well, because it's a very, very strong set of cards. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments. For those of you that are having these back in your life, I hope you are enjoying them. For those of you that are new to my channel, let me know what you think. With that said, take care and I'll see you soon.